PCS season 2023 is officially here. People are starting to get their orders and plan their moves. As a military spouse of over 19 years, I've been through enough PCS moves to get a little stressed out around this time. But we aren't up for orders this year, so I can sit back and help others with their PCS moves to the Quantico area. So today I want to go over my top tips for a successful PCS move. Stick around until the end and I'll share with you my favorite duty station and why. So let's go. Number 1, plan ahead. Once you get orders, you can start the planning process. What type of move do you want to do? Where are you going to live when you get to your new duty station? How are you going to prep your kids and pets? What do you need to do to prep your house for the movers? What happens on moving day? How long is the drive going to be? And then how are you going to get settled in at your new duty station? The first thing I start to do is declutter all of our stuff. What needs to be thrown out? What needs to be donated? It's kind of like a spring clean, but on steroids. Do you really need that box of stuff that you've had for the past 2 PCS moves and you've never opened? Probably not. Planning out your move will help reduce the amount of stress you'll have. Start to make a list and get everything organized. I always have a PCS binder where I keep all of my important documents handy, including like 10 copies of our orders. I always like to pre-plan our road trip just in case we can stop somewhere cool along the way. Number 2, what type of move are you going to do? Now that you have orders and you know where you're going, your service member will probably take a PCS smooth move class. They will go over the different types of moves that you can do. You basically have 3 options here. You can do a ditty move, a full government move, or a partial ditty move. A ditty move is where you get a U-Haul truck and pack all of your stuff and move to your new duty station on your own. This can be good if you do not have a lot of stuff to move or if you're just going a short distance. This gives you more control over your move and how your stuff is packed, but you have to do it all yourself. The next option is you can do a full government move where they will have a moving company come in, pack up all of your stuff and drive it to your new duty station and unload it when it gets there. The next option is to do a partial ditty move, where you have the government move most of your stuff, but you can also get a small U-Haul to move some of your personal belongings as well. My family and I like to do a partial ditty move so that we can keep all of our important items that we do not want to get misplaced or broken with us. You just need to figure out what the best option is for you and your family and start that process as soon as possible. Number 3, where are you going to live? I feel like this is the most stressful part of any move. You have to decide if you're going to live on base. If so, how long is the wait list? What do the houses look like? How are the schools for your kids? And honestly, what type of condition are the houses in? There is a lot to take into consideration when living on base. If you're going to go this route, get yourself put on the housing wait list right away. I know here at Quantico the wait list can be extremely long and this makes planning extra stressful. If you want to live off base, do you want to rent or buy? Check out what the average rental prices are and see what is currently available in the area you are moving to. If you want to purchase a home, get with a realtor to help you get started on that process as soon as you can. Make sure you get with a realtor, such as myself, who is familiar with military life and helping you find the perfect home for you and your family. Whether you are looking in person or buying sight unseen, it can be a little stressful. So you definitely want someone on your side who has been there and done that. Number 4, prepping your kids and pets. This section might not be for everyone, but if you have kids and pets, stick around because this is where it gets real. Let me tell you a quick story about our cat Yachty. When we were PCSing from Japan back to America, we could not find our cat. The movers had been in and out all day and he just went missing. I was starting to stress out because we were getting ready to go stay at the hotel for the evening on base. I went into the kitchen, I was super frustrated and I looked up and there was Yachty on top of the kitchen cabinets, scared out of his mind. Just take them to a friend's house or get them to the kennel while the movers are there. Now, for those of you that have kids, depending on their ages will determine how you want to plan for them. When my kids were little, we made sure to plan extra stops when we were traveling. We had plenty of activities for the car ride and lots of snacks. As the kids got older, we had to plan around their school schedules, their emotions, and attitudes. My middle son was always the one that had the hardest time with moves. Just make sure to keep communication open with your kids and let them help with the process as much as you can. Try and get them excited about their next adventure. How you react to the move will have a lot of influence on how they react as well. Just know that both your kids and animals will need some adjusting to their new environment. Heck, I always need a little adjusting as well. Number 5, prep for the movers. Now that you know where you're going to move, you've decluttered, you've prepped your kids and animals, now it's go time. Before the movers get there, make sure to prep everything as good as you can. Take everything off the walls and have them in one location. Remove all the products that the mover is not going to move, like cleaning supplies, candles, open food containers. Make sure to throw out all of your trash because guess what? You know, they will pack that if it's there. Designate an area to keep all of your stuff you are keeping with you that shouldn't be packed by the movers. You can use caution tape, put a sign on the door, or better yet, have it all packed up and out of the house before the movers even get there. You want to make this as easy as possible for the movers, and prepping your home before they get there is essential. One thing I like to do before the movers come is do a walkthrough video of my house with all of my belongings. I also take pictures of all electronics to include the model and serial numbers. Doing this now will save you a headache later on if you do need to make a claim on damaged items. Number 6, moving day. The movers are here. Make sure you have a plan for your kids and animals that day so that they will be out of the house and not in the way. To help the movers out, I label the room so they know what to write on the boxes. If you want to take it a step further, you can have different color duct tape to add to the boxes as well. So then when you get to your new home, you can just put that color duct tape on the door so they know what color box goes to what room, or what name on the box goes to what room. Make sure when they are putting descriptions of damages on their inventory sheets, you are verifying that it is correct. We bought a brand new bedroom set once before a PCS, which I highly recommend that you not do. And they had it marked scratched, dented, and damaged on this sheet. I had to ask them to remove that. And last but not least, I personally like to feed my movers. This is not required, but I feel like it's the least I can do. Pizza, sandwiches, burgers, whatever they want, and I always have Gatorade and water for them as well. Usually you will have a moving liaison that stops by to make sure that everything is going well. They will give you a card, so keep that handy and put it into your PCS binder. Number 7, the road trip. So you're all packed up and you're off to your new duty station. You should have your route planned out already. Some moves are easy, like from North Carolina to Virginia, but others are a lot longer, from like California to South Carolina. If you have young kids and animals, you will most likely just want to get to where you're going. Sometimes we like to stop and visit family if they are on the way to our new duty station. Or sometimes we like to make it a fun vacation, especially if there's something really cool along the way. You are going to choose the best option for you. Just make sure to save all of your receipts along the way so you get reimbursed for your travels. Number 8, getting settled in. Last but not least, try and make your new duty station feel like home. Every duty station we have been to has had its pros and cons. I've always chosen to look at all of the pros and have enjoyed everywhere we have lived for one reason or another. I told you I'd let you know my favorite duty station, and that was Marine Corps Air Station Iwakuni, Japan. I would absolutely jump back on an airplane today, which I hate flying, to go back to Japan. The Japanese people are some of the best people you'll ever meet. They are kind, courteous, and just super sweet. The country is absolutely beautiful. If you have a chance to go overseas someday, just do it. I'll forever love the time that we spent in Japan. Well, I hope I've helped you just a little bit with your upcoming PCS. Just know the more you prep and plan, the less stress you will have along the way. But always remember to stay semper gumby, always flexible, because things can and will change, and you will have to just learn to go with the flow. If you are headed here to Quantico, make sure to check out my Facebook page, Quantico Living, and Quantico VA 101 that has 101 things to do while stationed at Quantico. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications as I post weekly videos with all things Quantico Living. Until next time.